We strive very hard to create a space where campers can feel an inspiration to live their best life, to live a life where they're reaching for God and reaching into His call for continual betterment and continual development, but understanding that wherever you are in your journey, you are infinitely loved. Kahdalea and Chosatonga provide a space where we can see the gifting that maybe a camper can't even see in themselves. I'm Adam Trufant. I'm the director at Kahdalea and one of the joint owners of Kahdalea and Chosatonga. We can guarantee that you will have fun, you will be challenged, and you will make friends along the way. Learning to scale a wall safely, or learning to navigate a rapid safely, or pick up a trail in biking, or find your way in a wilderness on a map. The lessons learned in the outdoors will follow them and will provide for them their entire lives.
Camp has been the most amazing thing that's ever happened to me. I would not be even a fraction of the person I am today.
Before I came to this camp, I wasn't myself and I was scared to be myself. But when I came here, I just opened up.
They get to come to camp and they get to be called out into a space of greater love, greater depth, greater adventure.
Hi, my name's Jeffrey Trufant. I'm one of the directors at Camps Kahdalea and Chosatonga. Kahdalea and Chosatonga are set on over 200 acres and surrounded by Pisgah National Forest. So at our fingertips, thousands and thousands of acres to explore and have a wildly good time in.
Our programs are built upon the understanding that time is the greatest gift we have. And if we can invest our time together, then this is where we'll see the most fruit. The most fruit in relationship, the most fruit in skill set growth in our activities, and just the maturing of our community as an intentional Christian community, so growth and love. So we have long sessions. We have a 3.5-week session and a 4.5-week session. In addition, we have smaller sessions throughout the summer, 1-week sessions as well as 2-week sessions, and we also have family camp.
Kahdalea and Chosatonga are two separate camps, but very close in friendship. Kahdalea, of course, for girls, Chosatonga for boys. Chosatonga tends to hold around 90 campers, and Kahdalea holds a bit more at around 140.
This allows us to maintain a 3-to-1 camper to counselor ratio, which is wonderful.
We're very small communities and tight communities in the end. By the end of the first week, each counselor will know just about every camper on a first name basis, and that's really important for us.
A child who might be struggling in school or trying to find their step with friends, trying to decide what sort of man or woman they're going to be. It gives them an image of a virtuous life. In our core values and our camp prayer,
we have 5 core values at Kahdalea and Chosatonga. The first one is welcome adventure. Next is be the one. Then we are a family, choose the hard right, and finally encounter faith. And that faith encounter at camp, it's woven into the fabric of who we are.
The commitments we make here and the prayer we pray here about who we want to become, what kind of person we want to strive to be, I think those commitments really do breed a happy and beautiful life. I've watched it affect families and cultivate a beautiful, virtuous life, just love. It just builds love in the family life because they get to come to camp and they get to be called out into a space of greater love, greater depth, greater adventure. At camp, we want to give people permission to play, permission to be themselves, understanding that this is a safe place for them to fail, a safe place for them to grow, a safe place for them to learn. It's very easy to be lighthearted.
At Kahdalea and Chosatonga, we strive to form men and women who are willing to go outside of their comfort zones and grow into the best version of themselves.
I'm David Trufant.
And I'm Ann Trufant.
And we've been here for over 35 years.
And we'd love to have you join our camp family.
Kahdalea it's a magical place. There's seldom a place on earth that is so full of grace and so full of song and laughter. It really is a space where young women can safely explore their own hearts and safely learn to navigate the world under the umbrella of the influence of such wonderful staff members who we absolutely call to their highest capacity in our programs.
You know, it gives people a taste of what families should look like.
We say this thing at camp, and it's kind of cliche, but it's pull out the gold. When you're looking at your own kid, you just see like all the gold in them. And it's what you want the world to see too. And oftentimes the world isn't like always looking for that. But here, I can say from like personal experience, the gold is what we see and the gold is what we focus on.
It's probably the best thing as a mom I have ever done for my daughter, to have women who are not me echoing the same things that I would say to her, the person that I see in her, who I want her to be, who I want her to surround herself with. It's so much more impactful to come from people that she truly idolizes in all the best ways.
What you can expect upon arrival is you'll see our welcome teams as you pass up into our gates. You'll meet our medical staff, and they'll check in and getting any pertinent information there. And then as you pass through our gates, you'll see welcoming committees. We'll get you plugged right into your cabin community. Our counselors will take care of your luggage. You can basically expect to jump right into the camp life and all of the fun therein. Opening day is always a day of just wonderful, wonderful gift and fun, of reconnection with old friends, excitement for the summer.
I had 5 or 6 friends on the first day. It was so fun.
What they can expect on a daily basis is multiple opportunities every day to explore different activities. And we have opportunities for campers to master one set of skills before they progress to the next. So this is especially apparent in our 4 major adventure activities, which are whitewater canoeing and kayaking, wilderness backpacking, mountain biking, and rock climbing. Oftentimes, campers will choose a particular activity or two to grow in. You'll have to master specific skill sets on one trip before they can go to the next one.
When they leave here, they're stronger, and they can take on the world, and they can take on the challenges of the world.
They're just all about building confidence and friendships, and with each other.
There's such a thin layer here between just totally absurd folly every moment. Every moment is brand new.
I always describe this place like Disney World, but like the magic doesn't really stop when you go. And so to be able to teach kids that it's okay to play and it's okay to mess up and it's okay to have fun and get dirty and get messy, not only teaches them to play, but also to like be authentic. Evening activities is a place where I can't be tamed. Evening activities.
This is a sacred space where it's a soft, safe place for everybody to land. No matter what their thing is, what they bring, this is a place where it's safe to make a mistake and start over and be loved in your mess and be scared and be challenged and be pushed a little bit and all of those different things.
You can tell just immediately the air of confidence they have when they leave this place.
There's a reason that I've been coming here for 12 years because there's something in me that just knows within my heart so deep down, this is a piece from heaven.
I've been coming back because of my friends who also come back, and we just get to have fun over and over again.
Being at camp has taught me so much about myself and so much about the people that I want to surround myself with and the kind of person I want to be.
It's freedom. Freedom just to be who they are. I think that's the best thing I can say. They get to be the freedom to be who they are and who God created them to be.
We love the kid we drop off, but we love the kid we pick up even more.
I asked one of the counselors, I said, why is she crying? And she said, because she doesn't want to leave camp. Man, what a testimony.
While the two camps are very united in mission, they're very distinct in their individual expressions.
Chos is a beautiful and uniquely freeing environment.
Have fun! Our motto is, have fun! For you will miss a life of happiness while you're young. Have fun! Remember, have fun! Fun, 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 fun!
I primarily act as the director for Chosatonga, our boys camp. I spend a lot of time there with the campers as well as with the staff. Our campers live in simple rustic cabins divided into two sections with bathroom facilities in the center and ample space on either side for 2 counselors and 6 campers. Shower houses are located conveniently nearby. A day-to-day structure, just like Kahdalea, our campers wake up around 8 o'clock, there's time to clean the cabins, there's breakfast, there's 4 hours of activity periods throughout the day where they can specialize in something or bounce from activity to activity. There's lunches, there's community activities, especially in the evenings and on weekends. But most importantly, Chos is an area where there's, I think, a unique level of freedom that's found. The counselors work with campers in the beginning of each session to set goals for their, heart, their character growth, their moral growth, their whole person as well. They set goals to, maybe paddle a big river or climb a rock or go on a certain hiking trip. Whether it's on in-camp activities like in drama, building up toward their play, a presentation to the camp community on the last couple days of the summer, or to build something in arts and crafts or, hit the mark in archery. And to be able to have that structured environment where you have counselors who are guiding you, helping you to grow, but also where you have a space of unusual freedom, where there's an openness to play, to adventure. We like to say to welcome adventure, to be able to live up to challenges, to not shy away from discomfort, but to focus on growing the best version of oneself. I think that's what Chosatonga is. And it's a beautiful place, especially because of the staff. The people we hire and bring to the camp community, I think are able to be playful and also able to challenge growth in such a real and grounded way that I believe a camper rarely leaves our grounds without some fundamental changes in who they are.
Boys camp is wild and appropriately boisterous and very fun, and it just has all of the most potent and fun manifestations of the masculine heart.
Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes, listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. Whoa!
Chasatonga is a place for for boys to step out and to take risks, but in a way that's safely overseen and accompanied by men of character and men of maturity. This, I think, is just a magical combination which allows young men to have many father figures that inspire them, that can be an example of them to how to conduct themselves in the world.
The exact words of my mom, I was a different young man when I got in the car after the 3-week. Completely changed who I am, the trajectory of who I would be.
We can be ourselves, and you don't have to act like somebody different to be known or to be liked or have friends. You can just be yourself.
It's an environment that we hope is consistent in reinforcing what many of these families are trying to impress upon their children at home. Having an environment that's adventurous but maintains a strong backbone of Christian community and Christian worldview, this is what you can expect at Chosatonga.
It's one thing to have my parents affirm me, and I'm so blessed that they have, but to see a virtuous life coming from someone my age, a witness, living and breathing, I was able to look and say, that's who I want to be.
It's way easier to spend time on your phone than it is actually connecting to a friend. It's way easier to spend time watching a show than it is participating in a game or putting yourself out in what might be in an uncomfortable environment, in the national forest or on a river. But when you come to camp, you come to an environment that's essentially unplugged from all of those things. Not only do you have the opportunity to go out paddling, climbing, biking, to work in the arts and crafts room, you're encouraged to do these things. You have role models in your counselors, and they're willing to be there to have fun and also to teach hard skills, to see something done that you want to do, like, I want to paddle Nantahala Falls, I want to climb that rock, I want to be able to make a pot on the wheel, and to know that you can't right now. You don't have that skill developed. But with time, with steady work, with someone working with you to teach you and train you patiently, you get to accomplish that. And that's what camp is able to offer. An environment where fun but challenging things are able to be seen and pursued, and with time, the skill is built to turn that into an accomplishment that can be done comfortably.
Our world is loud and noisy, and to give our kids this gift of quiet in God's creation, surrounded by people of faith, is something you will never regret investing in for your kids.
It's really worth it. I think that later in life, I'm going to be very glad that I had done all this at camp. All of the skills and all of the virtues you're going to learn at camp will really help you later in life.
It's truly the most impactful thing I think I can give my kids is a community of people who love them as deeply and as authentically as I would want them to be loved out in the world.
They know that kids, they just need to play. They need to unplug and be in a safe place with people who get them and let them be themselves and draw that out.
God continually says those words to us. He invites us to set out into the deep, to come to know Him better. Camp creates an environment where that can happen.
At camp, we're not teaching activities, we're teaching children.
And if there's just being lost, then may I never be found.
If you're on the fence about sending your kids to camp, do it. It's worth every penny, it's worth every moment. It'll be the most important thing that you do for them now and in the future.